Pretty sure I got 0 sleep last night.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
Liar.
Oh, I love it when you call me names and abuse me.
Started then.
So sexy. Okay, well then I'll just talk about Kendall, shall I?
Yeah. I told you I don't want to talk about Kendall. I have 100 different things on my mind right now.
Well, you'll have plenty of time to sort that out. Hi there, I'm booked on a flight to Chicago this afternoon, and I'd like to purchase another seat for a passenger.
I can't.
Hang on, I'll call you back. What's the problem?
It just, it turns out it's not the best time for me to leave town.
Greenlee, what is really going on?
I'm thinking of having a baby.
A baby? This is, surprising. Okay, the first things first, we get your home pregnancy test if you haven't already had one.
No.
No. Just go down to the pharmacy. It's easy.
Aidan, I'm sorry. I'm not being clear. What I mean is, the baby isn't yours.
I feel so much better.
No, I was with JR.
You were with what?
I wasn't with JR. I was talking to JR, and he let me know that it's possible. Of course, we're talking about JR, so this could be a complete lie. I don't know.
You need to back up a little minute. So JR told you could be pregnant?
Well, no, I still can't be pregnant. I mean, I can't carry a baby to full term, but he let me know that I could have a future baby out there, or babies, plural.
I'm completely lost.
Okay. Right, sorry. JR was digging into Cambius, looking for dirt on Zach. And one of his inside guys found evidence that Zach purchased a cryogenic tank a week before the blackout. This tank is exactly the same as the ones that Greg Madden used in his fertility clinic. Look. Here, this is the evidence that JR gave me. Invoices and receipts.
So what reason would Zach have to purchase one of these tanks, Greenlee?
The only thing I can think of is that he stole the embryos, my fertilized embryos, and he's been keeping them under lock and key ever since. I mean, they were never really destroyed.
This is a pretty big leap, you know that.
But if what JR is saying is true, then there's a chance that one of those embryos could be implanted into a surrogate. I could still have the baby I've always dreamed about.
Is that what you're hoping for? I mean, after everything you and Ryan have put each other through, you still want to have his baby?
Do I want one of these babies? It's been my dream for so long to be a mom. Kendall and I became closer than sisters because of that dream, and it almost killed me when I lost it. So, if it's even possible now that it could happen, it would be nothing short of miraculous.
And the fact that it's Ryan's child?
I'm over Ryan. And Ryan has made it perfectly clear he wants nothing to do with me. Plus, I'm a little too conceited to stay a masochist forever.
Well, you know what? Raising Ryan's baby is not exactly going to sever ties between you two, Greenlee.
You're assuming I would tell him it's his kid.
You wouldn't?
Those embryos were created because Ryan made an anonymous donation to a fertility clinic. He did that knowing he would have no say in the baby's life.
Well, he's not exactly anonymous now, though, is he? All right, and you're not just some random woman flipping through a donor list, are you? You used to be married to Ryan, all right? You work with his wife and you live in the same town as he does. The fair thing to do, Greenlee, would be to tell him.
Maybe someday I would. You know, we don't even know if these embryos even exist. JR is not exactly the world's most trustworthy source.
Yeah, well, you know what? I could just see a look on your face that you want this to be true, don't you?
There could be a part of me out there somewhere. I need some support or advice. I need help.
Okay, so if we find these embryos, then what?
I'm not exactly sure.
Well, you need to be. Right, you need to know exactly what you're facing, Greenlee, before you go down a blind path with J.R. Chandler as your guide. What's in return for this information?
He said he'd let me know.
I'd watch my back if I were you, because I'm sure he's not telling you this out of the kindness of his so-called heart.
Believe me, I know that.
In fact, there's a strong possibility that he's making this whole thing up.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know. You know what? I intend to find out. Until then, you have got to ask yourself a serious question. If what JR is telling you is true, if those embryos do exist, what then? You going to find a surrogate? Because I think we both know that Kendall's out of the question. And if you do find a surrogate, I mean, who's going to raise the baby? Or babies? Are you going to raise them by yourself? And what is Ryan going to say when he finds out that you've had one of his children? Because I tell you what, Greenlee, he eventually will find out. And how do you think Kendall's going to react? And that's not even to mention, like, Zach, Annie, Erica.
Okay. I thought you said one question.
But I just want to make sure that you're thinking these things through.
I will, but do I have to do it all right now?
Look, having Ryan's baby, I know, was a big dream of yours, all right? And you were gutted when it didn't happen. But a lot has changed since then and now. You know, you can't go into this expecting the same things as you did back then.
I know things are different. I'm no longer married to Ryan. I won't have Kendall by my side like I would have if I had stayed in Pine Valley. But I still want a baby, Aidan. Just as much as I did before.
And there are plenty of other ways to make that happen, all right? It doesn't have to be like this.
No, it doesn't. But I mean, if those embryos are still viable, all of the possibilities, how can I just walk away from that?
Yeah, but how can you get your hopes up again?
Maybe people won't be as harsh as you think they will. Kendall and I were getting closer every day. Maybe there's a chance that someday down the road, I could fit back into their lives again.
And you think by having Ryan's child, you know, that's a good way to make that happen?
Okay, you know what? I think we're getting a little bit way ahead of ourselves.
Okay, all right, just answer me this. All right, having Ryan's kid, you think that's going to make things better for you in Pine Valley or make things worse?
I don't know. But if those embryos exist, they belong to me. I have a right to them. I want them back. I have to admit, talking to you about having another man's baby is a little weird.
Well, I'll have to admit that going on a hunt for embryos of the woman that I'm sleeping with is definitely a first. Listen, I'll help you get the answers that you're looking for, all right? I won't let you down. I think it's a pretty big deal, you coming to me for my help, rather than going off half-cocked on your own.
Yeah, well, there's still time.
Before you go banging heads, give me a chance to do some digging, will you? Find out whether JR's claims are true. And if these embryos do exist, well then, I'll bring them back. But we have to find out if they exist first. Deal?
Yeah. Hey, has, anyone ever told you you put the special in special ops?
I'll take that as a yes, then.
Thank you so much. Hey.